The deserts spread on the earth at first glance just appear barren, empty, and lifeless. But if you listen carefully, then in the rustling of their sand, the heartbeats of history are hidden. These are those places where the sun burns everything. During the day and cold winds at night narrate the stories of ancient civilizations. Somewhere there are shipwrecks that quietly for centuries tell the story of their last journey. Then somewhere those cities that got buried in the sand as punishment for arrogance. Some places are such where the compass forgets the direction, and some where the stones have adorned themselves in such shapes that understanding them even today is impossible. In every layer of these wastelands is buried some unspoken tale, some lost mystery. Today we will take you towards those mysterious deserts of the earth where the sand is not just soil, but a living book of time, history, and mysteries. Number 1. The deadly skeleton coast of Africa. The shore filled with death's sand and ghostly ships. Imagine such a place where the waves of the blue sea crash against the golden sand. But behind the beauty of that scene is hidden the empire of death. This area spread on the western coast of Africa and Namibia is called Skeleton Coast. This name did not come just like that. The remnants of hundreds of ships lying on the sandy shores here, bones scattered on the coast, and the terrifying silence floating in the air turn it into a living graveyard. For centuries, sailors have called this place land God made in anger, meaning that land which God made in anger. The winds here are so cold and strong that the CS fog covers the entire coast, and ships lose direction and crash into the rocks. Once any ship gets stuck here, its return becomes almost impossible. Many sailors would set out towards the desert, leaving their boats, but they would only find death. Their skeletons mixed in the sand even today bear witness to this terrifying journey. Between the sea and the sand, this place is filled with such mysteries that no one has been able to solve even today. According to some old stories, under the sand here is hidden a cursed gate that pulls souls towards itself. These are the very souls that got bound to this place along with the ships drowned in the sea. At night, when the fog is dense and the waves crash against the rocks, then it feels as if someone is whispering from between the broken woods of some old ship. Local people say that if any lone person goes to this coast, then it will feel as if some invisible eyes are watching him. The sound of the winds here, the smell of the sand, and the coolness of the fog all together create such a terror that shakes even the bravest to the core. But behind this, fear has hidden the mystery that why this place has been swallowing both ships and people for centuries. Some scientists believe that this place is one of the Earth's most unstable sea currents, where the cold Benguela current clashes with the warm Atlantic, due to which suddenly dense fog and powerful storms are created. But local myths say that this is the land of gods made to punish human greed. Even today, when the sun sets and fog spreads, then the birds flying above Skeleton Coast also change direction, as if they know that this land is not of the living, but of those souls that got stuck here forever in their incomplete journey. Number 2. Lost City of Iram. That city buried in the sand which got erased. In the scorching desert of Arabia, when the sun's rays scatter like fire on the sand, then beyond the horizon somewhere a name even today echoes in the winds. Iram. This is the very mysterious city whose mention is found in religious texts and old tales by the name of Iram of the Pillars. It is said that this city was so prosperous that its streets were studded with gold bricks, and the walls of its palaces shone with silver. This city belonged to the tribe named Ad, which was known for its intelligence and splendor. But slowly this prosperity turned into their arrogance. They started considering themselves above even God, and then began the time of their downfall. It is said that God had warned them, "Keep restraint, otherwise your existence will merge into the sand." But when arrogance veiled the eyes, then one night such a storm arose that swallowed the entire city. For many days the sky remained black, and when the dust settled where once palaces were, there was only sand. People say this is that city which God himself erased. For centuries no one knew whether this story was true or just a legend. But in 1990, NASA's satellite images stunned everyone. Some ancient ruins and traces of roads found in the desert of Oman were exactly as described in the texts. When archaeologists excavated, then they found broken marble walls, mysterious pillars, and symbols etched on stones. Seeing which it seemed that perhaps this was Iram, that lost city. But as much truth came forward, even deeper mysteries were created. The soil found in the sand here was not ordinary. It had an unusual density of silica, as if some tremendous energy or heat had melted it and turned it glass-like. Some experts said that this could be the result of some ancient meteor strike or explosion, while some mystics believe that this was God's punishment. It is said, even today in the silence of the night, when strong winds blow, then the glimpse of Iram appears in the waves of sand, shapes of palaces, broken pillars, and minarets that disappear in a moment. Local people call it the curse of Uber and believe that any human who steps in the sand there loses his direction. Many explorers even today set out to find that lost city, but no one brings back a confirmed story, perhaps because some mysteries time keeps for itself. And Iram, that forgotten city, even today lies buried under the sand of Arabia like some incomplete prayer. As a warning that when humans start considering themselves God, then nature finds a way to erase them. Number 3. Gobi Ancient Metallic Mystery. Metal structures that challenge science. The Gobi Desert spread between China and Mongolia is one of the world's most mysterious regions. Here amid the sand, dust, and cold winds spread far and wide, such a silence prevails as if guarding some ancient mystery. But in the midst of this emptiness, something is hidden under the sand of Gobi that has stunned scientists, historians, and mystics all three. The metal remnants found in this desert do not seem like the creation of any ordinary civilization. Their structure, shape, and alloy composition are so advanced that today's technology also seems to lag behind them. When scientists tested them, the elements found in them surprised even more. The alloy combinations found in them are like high-tech mixtures used in modern industries, while their age is considered thousands of years old. This discovery points towards that either in that era some extremely developed civilization existed, or else these metal pieces came from some external source. Some cylinder-shaped and disc-shaped objects found here look as if they are parts of some machine. On some fine-etched lines are there that appear like some old circuit or energy flow design. Researchers say that it is possible that these are remnants of some energy-harnessing device, meaning ancient devices for energy collection. Some people consider them evidence of ancient technology, while some call them proof of alien visitation. In local Mongol tales, the mention of these metal structures has been coming for centuries. It is said that a chariot of fire descended from the sky, which melted the desert sand and left behind this metal mystery. According to one legend, this was the factory of heaven's gods, where the metal of nectar was made. On the other hand, when some scientists studied deeply, they found that this area is highly radioactive, as if the effect of some powerful explosion happened here. But the strangest thing is that no human settlement or archaeological remnants have been found around these metal structures, neither any clay pots, nor any bones, nor any marks of construction, meaning these objects were found in such an area where no record of any civilization ever existed. So the question arises, who made them and why? Is this proof of some lost advanced civilization of the Earth, or remnants of travelers who came from some other planet? When the sun sets and the sand of Gobi and cold winds start blowing, then these metal structures leave a light shine. Local people believe that this is the sign of those powers that are still alive under this desert. Every time any research team comes here, a vibration is felt under the feet in the sand, as if the earth itself wants to stop these mysteries from being revealed. This ancient metallic mystery of Gobi, even today, is beyond human understanding, and perhaps this is the reason that this place is called the Earth's silent instrument. Such an instrument that is still feeling the heartbeat of unknown energy across the boundaries of time. Number 4. Egypt's hidden chambers. Secret chambers buried under the sand and silent souls. The sand of Egypt, which for centuries has been sitting embracing the stories of pharaohs and their civilization within itself, even today is one of the world's deepest mysteries. Pyramids, temples, and tombs, all this is visible to everyone. But the real mystery is hidden in those places about which history has kept silence till now. In the western desert of Egypt, recently some such underground chambers and tunnels have been discovered that have robbed historians of their sleep. The depth of these tunnels is so much that as soon as one descends into them, the temperature changes, and even the smell of the air starts seeming mysterious. The most astonishing thing is that no kind of hieroglyphs, statues, or traditional Egyptian writing is found on the walls of these tunnels, meaning these do not seem like the creation of those civilizations that we know. When archaeologists studied these chambers with special equipment, they found that at some places the walls seemed to be sealed with some invisible energy. Their ordinary hammers or drills also did not work. Some scientists say that this could be sonic locking-like technology, meaning some protective barrier made with the help of sound waves. The question is, who had such technology thousands of years ago? According to one old tale, these chambers were the secret laboratories of the ancient god Thoth, where the mystery between life and death was preserved. Some mystics call it the Earth's memory bank, such a place where information before human civilization was kept safe. Inside these tunnels, many closed stone coffins have been found, which have never been opened. When experts scanned one of them, it was found that there was no human body inside, but some strange energy source like dense substance that was not radioactive, but continuously vibrating. This discovery challenges every rule of science. Some people call it energy entity, meaning energy being, while local people of Egypt believe that these chambers are cursed and whoever tries to open them will become a victim of some invisible power. The most mysterious thing is that the entrance doors of these tunnels get covered with sand every few years, as if the earth itself is hiding them. Many expeditions have tried to find these paths, but after a few months, they disappeared again. It seems as if this place is alive, and itself decides who can see it and who cannot. Those travelers who reach near these tunnels have told that voices are heard even in the silence there, as if some mantra or whisper coming from some other time. Some said that they saw a light shine on the walls as if breathing. This place is so mysterious that every human who comes here feels himself out of time. Perhaps this is the very place where history, mystery, and fear breathe together. This hidden chamber of Egypt, even today, sits hiding that truth within itself, which every era trying to know has itself turned into a mystery. Number 5. Magnetic Desert of Australia, where even the compass forgets the direction.
The western part of Australia.
Although counted among the world's least populated areas, but within it is spread such a desert that even today remains a puzzle for both science and travelers. It is called the Magnetic Desert because the land, rocks, and sand here seem filled with some unknown magnetic power. When anyone comes here with a compass, its needle goes mad. Sometimes it goes towards the north, sometimes south, and not only this, electronic devices suddenly stop working. Drones fall, and GPS loses their paths. According to the original inhabitants here, this land is the heartbeat of the earth, which sometimes becomes active itself to protect its mysteries. Scientists have done in-depth study of the soil and rocks of this area. It was found that the proportion of iron and nickel in the sand here is unusually high, due to which a natural magnetic field is created. But the question is why the magnetism in this area is so powerful that even devices do not work. Some experts say that perhaps this is the result of some meteorite falling which has deposited a massive amount of metal under the ground, while some researchers believe that this could be the center of some ancient geological energy source, where the Earth's inner powers clash with the surface and create strange electromagnetic effects. But the mysterious events here do not stop at the limits of science. According to travelers, after entering this desert, they feel a light vibration in the body, as if some invisible energy is circulating within them. Some have also said that when the wind blows, a slow humming sound comes from the sand, which seems like some machine running. Scientists have called this humming noise the activity of geological gases, but local people consider it the call of the Earth's soul. An old Aboriginal story says that this place is the home of wandering spirits. When any human enters this desert with false intentions or greed, then this land changes his path. It confuses him. Many travelers have told that recognizing direction here becomes impossible, as if the desert itself turns you around and brings you back to where you started. Some have told that their watches suddenly stopped and time seemed to have frozen. This magnetic desert of Australia is so remote and dangerous that one needs special permission to reach here. Many scientific expeditions have conducted experiments here, but some of them faced strange technical failures. Once a team sent an underground scanner which suddenly stopped working, and its sensors sent the last signal, strong electromagnetic pulse. Since then, this area has started being called No Equipment Zone. But like every mystery, this place also leaves a question. Is this just the play of natural magnetism? Or under this desert is hidden some such mysterious metal source which humans have not discovered even today? When the sun sets and red aura spreads on the surface of the desert, then an unknown silence starts floating in the air. It feels as if the earth itself is holding back its energy and trying to say something that is perhaps beyond our understanding. Number 6. Sahara Desert UFOs and alien carvings. Traces of ancient space travelers between the sand. Sahara, the world's largest desert, which is often called the Sea of Sand, within itself embraces not just dust and heat, but an infinite universe of mysteries. The area of Tassili Najjar, located near the border of Libya and Algeria, is considered the most mysterious part of this desert. The ancient paintings found on the rocks here are so strange that they have put even modern science in astonishment. These rock paintings, about 12,000 years old, are from that time when neither civilization had developed nor any existence of flight. But the figures made in these paintings seem beyond the imagination of any primitive human. Round heads, strange attire, and suits covering the entire body. All this looks like the garb of some astronaut. In some paintings, these figures appear descending from the sky, and human-like figures are seen standing with folded hands in front of them. Historians first considered them religious symbols. But when circular shapes, signs like flying vehicles, and figures wearing helmets were seen in the paintings, then questions started arising. Was this just imagination, or a depiction of some real scene? Some experts believe that these were symbols of worship of star gods, but supporters of the ancient alien theory say that these were not any gods but guests who came from another world. Their argument is that such precise figures and designs like flying vehicles cannot be just imagination, especially when humans knew nothing about the world beyond the sky. Another strange thing about this area is that the figures made with deep red and blue. Colors on the rocks here have faded with time, but not erased. From modern technology, it was found that the colors used in these paintings contain minerals like hematite and magnetite, which naturally form only at high temperatures. The question arises that when in that era even fire was limited, then how were these colors made? Some scientists believe that perhaps some energy explosion or plasma discharge happened in this area which permanently changed the surface of the rocks. In local legends, it is said that children of the sky once descended on this earth, and they taught the people of the desert the mysteries of the sky. These tales are so old that they have been coming orally for many generations. Some explorers have claimed that when they went near these paintings, they felt a strange vibration, as if the rocks themselves were alive. At night, strange shine is seen here which does not come from any source. Some people say that this shine is the mark of those travelers who never returned. Even today, Tassili Najjar is called the lure of the desert, because every wall here seems like a museum of some lost civilization. Every figure, every line seems to be giving a message that humans were not alone on this planet, and perhaps the roots of our civilization are connected to some such power that came from beyond the stars. This mystery of Sahara, even today, whispers its story between the sand glistening in the sun, such a story that bears witness to the invisible bridge between humans and the universe. Number 7. Negev Desert, spirals of stones and the Earth's unspoken energy. Israel's Negev Desert, which at first glance just seems like an empty and barren area, in reality, embraces one of the Earth's most bizarre mysteries within itself. Here there is neither any greenery nor any water source, but when viewed from above, this place looks like some mysterious map, in which thousands of stones are laid in strange spiral shapes. These figures are so precise and geometric that even today scientists have not been able to understand who made them and why. For local people, these are the devil's circles. While for researchers, this is such a puzzle that is beyond the boundaries of history. When pictures of this area were taken from satellites, then dozens of spirals, circular, and spiral designs appeared in them which were exactly aligned with each other. Standing on the ground, these just appear like scattered stones. But when viewed from above, they look like some ancient signaling system or energy pattern. Some scientists have called them geometric codes, meaning symbols etched on the earth that are perhaps connected to some astronomical direction or power. According to archaeologists, their age is about 6,000 to 8,000 years old, meaning even older than the pyramids of Egypt. At that time, neither any technology was there, nor any means with which such precise figures could be made. Some researchers say that these could be astronomical calendars made by ancient people, where, according to the position of the sun and stars, these figures were made for some religious or scientific purpose. But according to other experts, the direction of the stones and their magnetic position indicate that this could be the result of some natural electromagnetic alignment. When these stones were analyzed, it was found that they contain a subtle amount of iron ore, which automatically balances with the Earth's magnetic poles, meaning it is possible that nature itself has made these spirals, in accordance with the flow of the Earth's energy. But the question arises that if these are natural, then why such perfect spirals are not seen in the rest of the world? The surprising thing is that similar patterns are also found in Peru's Nazca Desert and some parts of the Arabian Peninsula, thousands of kilometers apart, but the figure's almost the same. Are these signs of some lost global civilization that recorded its presence with stones, or the work of some such intelligent power that was using the Earth like its laboratory? At night, when cold winds of Negev blow, then a light sound comes from between these stones, as if some old song is echoing. Some travelers have claimed that when they stood in the center of the spiral, they felt a strange peace and energy as if the Earth was communicating with them. Many have also recorded disturbances in compasses and devices, due to which it is proven that this area is filled with magnetic imbalance. This mystery of Negev Desert even today remains unsolved. Whether this is the creation of some ancient civilization or the play of the Earth's own energy, there's no doubt that this place seems alive. Breathing, pulsating. Every stone, every line, every spiral seems like a message written in the language of some invisible power that says that under this Earth, there is still much that humans are not ready to understand. This is the reason that this sand of Negev, even today, sits as the guardian of mysteries and leaves behind the whisper of one unspoken history with every passing wind. Number 8. Petra, the city of souls carved in stones. Hidden between red and golden rocks in the desolate desert of Jordan, is such a city that is the symbol of the wonderful confluence of human art, courage, and mystery. Petra, it is called the Rose City, because when the sunlight falls on these rocks, the entire city shines in pink aura. But Petra is not just a symbol of beauty, but the home of mysteries. This city seems born from stones. Walls, temples, tombs, stairs, everything is made by cutting the mountains. History says that this city was the center of the Nabatean civilization, who developed such a wonderful water management and construction system in the harsh conditions of the desert that even today astonishes scientists. But the true story of Petra is not just history. This is the saga of those souls who gave life to the stones. The most famous structure here is called Al-Khazna, meaning treasury. It is said that this was not any king's tomb, but a mysterious repository where the energy of gods was preserved. Local legend is that in its upper dome was hidden a vessel in which supernatural powers were locked. When British explorers discovered Petra for the first time, they felt as if they were entering some city of gods, passing through narrow valleys. Suddenly, when this massive carving comes in front, then it feels as if time has frozen. The most mysterious thing is that the Nabatean people made such a massive city with what technology? There is no clear answer. They carved the mountains from top to bottom, as if the stone was cut with some massive laser. Some historians believe that this civilization obtained energy from some unknown source, which gave them the ability to melt or shape the rocks. Mystics believe that Petra is located on the ley lines of the Earth, such invisible energy lines that connect the Earth's natural powers. Perhaps this is the reason that standing here a strange vibration is felt, as if life is pulsating in the ground itself. At night, when moonlight descends on Petra and the wind slowly flows in the valleys, then it feels as if some old prayer is echoing. Many travelers have told that they heard footsteps here while there was no one around. Some said that a light whisper comes from between the stones, as if those craftsmen who worked here thousands of years ago, even today, are keeping an eye on their incomplete creations. Petra is not just an archaeological site. This is a living mystery standing against time. Every wall, every pillar asks a question. Is this the creation of human hands or inspiration of some higher power? Under the sand of Egypt, where the tombs of human pharaohs are sleeping, there is hidden another wonderful and mysterious world of animal mummies. In history, the Egyptian civilization is known for its deep faith in life after death. But very few people know that they did not limit this reverence only to humans. Here, dogs, cats, Crocodiles, birds, and even bulls were also mummified and buried. And these mummies were prepared with such care and respect that even today, they exist with their integrity and mystery. Hundreds of years ago, on the banks of the Nile River, when any sacred animal died, it was mummified in exactly the same way as any king or deity. Crocodiles were considered the form of the god Sobek, as symbols of water, power, and fertility. Their bodies were carefully wrapped in cloth, preserved with resins and oils, and then placed in special underground temples. At many places, entire crocodile caves have been found, in which hundreds of mummies are placed one after the other, like some silent army that is protecting its god. When scientists scanned these crocodiles, they found that some were completely preserved. Their teeth, bones, and even skin were intact. Inside, some mummies of small crocodiles were also found, perhaps symbolically, as if mother and her offspring sleeping together. But the most emotional and mysterious story is of Egypt's dog catacombs, which were found in the Sahara area. These underground tunnels are about 250 meters long, and in them, millions of dog mummies have been found. These were not ordinary animals. All these were dedicated to the god Anubis, who was considered the protector of death and the afterlife. These dogs were raised ritually, kept in temples, and after their death, mummified. It is believed that their souls were the medium to deliver messages to the god of death. When archaeologists entered these tunnels, the mixture of smell, dust, and silence, there shook every visitor to the core. Even thousands of years later, it felt as if some invisible presence was still there. Not only this, mummies of cats were also found in Egypt because they were considered the form of the goddess Bastet. Birds, especially ibis and falcon, were considered messengers of gods, and their bodies were also mummified after sacred rituals. When scientists opened these mummies, they found that some were real, while some were symbolic, in which soil or cotton was filled and prepared for some spiritual purpose. These animal mummies of Egypt show that this civilization respected not just human life, but the existence of every living being. For them, death was not the end, but a journey in every soul, whether human or animal, was part of a larger cosmic cycle. Perhaps this is the reason that when you see these mummies, you do not feel just bones, but the faith, fear, and mystery of that era of time, which even today is alive in the sand of Egypt. Number 10. Shagir Idol. The mystery hidden in wood that is older than civilization. In the north of Russia's Ural Mountains, where cold winds and icy lakes make the earth silent, there in 1894, such a discovery happened that shook the understanding of human history. When a team was excavating in an old marshy Lake Shigir peat bog, then they found a massive humanoid wooden pillar. At first, it seemed like some ordinary idol, but when scientists tested it, everyone's eyes widened. This idol was about 12,500 years old, meaning several thousand years before monuments like the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge. It was named Shagir Idol, and since then, it has become one of the most mysterious artifacts of human civilization. This idol was more than 5 meters tall, completely made from larch wood, and on its surface, strange geometric figures, lines, and faces were carved. In these faces, some appear sad, some angry, and some completely emotionless. The meaning of these figures no one has been able to understand even today. Scientists conducted genomic and radiocarbon tests on them, and found that this is the world's oldest wooden idol from that time when humans were just coming out of the hunter-gatherer life. The question arises in that era, when neither writing was there, nor any temple or civilization, then why did any human make such a complex idol? Many experts believe that this idol was a symbol of some religious ritual that depicted the relationship between humans and nature. But when its carvings were viewed with 3D scanning, it was found that there is a pattern in these lines, as if like some code or language. Some symbols are repeated which could indicate some mantra or command. This discovery has raised the question that, was this the beginning of humanity's first written language? Or remnants of some such civilization that existed before recorded history and then got erased? Another mysterious aspect is that the wood from which this idol is made was from a 169-year-old tree, and it was deliberately chosen. At that time, humans did not have metal tools, nor any refined instruments. Yet they carved this wood as if some modern craftsman had worked with a machine. Some researchers believe that Shigir idol was a symbol of energy or spiritual powers on the earth. Perhaps this was the idol of some spiritual protector or gatekeeper made to guard some sacred gate. The interesting thing is that the similarity of some symbols made on the idol is found with the symbols of civilizations of Egypt, Mesopotamia, and South America. While those cultures came into existence thousands of years later. This similarity gives birth to the possibility that somewhere there was no ancient global civilization that gave the language of mysterious symbols to the entire humanity. Today, this idol is safely kept in Russia's Yekaterinburg Museum. But whenever it is seen, it feels as if some consciousness still resides in its wood. Every line, every face, seems to want to tell the story of some forgotten time. Shigir idol is not just an artwork, but it is the proof that the journey of humans searching for mystery. It's been started even before civilization, and perhaps it is still continuing. That's all for today's video. These mysterious deserts and ancient discoveries have made one thing clear, that the Earth is not just a pile of soil, stone, and sand, but a living document of countless mysteries. Somewhere civilizations sleeping under the sand, somewhere the breaths of history locked in stones. Sometimes some lost city narrates its story again, then sometimes some idol, even thousands of years later, forces us to think that, where did the beginning of humans happen, and where will its end be? Time erases everything, palaces, empires, kings, but not mysteries, because mysteries themselves are that thread that connects the past and present. Next time we will return with such unseen and unheard stories. Until then, tell in the comments which of these mysteries seemed the most exciting to you. If you liked the video, then like it, share it, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. See you with the next mystery. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel Epoch Docs.